cannot stop true love. All it can do is delay it for a while. Welcome to Baconsale.
You almost killed Joel.
It's drinking water.
You almost killed Joel.
A romantic episode.
We're talking about how, what intro Jacob's going to do. He's like, I'm looking for a really romantic line because, this episode's all about love and stuff like that. First thing out of his mouth.
I did not say that.
Death.
Way to go. Set the theme for the
I
show.
should not drink water right when we're about to start the show.
Death.
What was the line again?
Death cannot stop true love. All it can do is delay it for a while.
Oh, Princess Bride.
Princess Bride.
Yeah.
But the emphasis was on death.
No, death cannot stop.
Hey, everyone. Welcome
True
to
love.
Baconsale. I'm Kent.
I'm Joel.
And Jacob.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Thanks for listening, everybody.
Even when we start out the show like this.
Hey, today we're going to talk about romantic movies, most particularly romantic comedies mostly, but some romantic movies.
Yes, this may feel a little early to you, considering, you may not have realized that by the time this airs, that Valentine's Day will be
is the day.
within 6 days. So get on that. But we wanted to be a little more timely, and we love to spread the love.
That's right.
Speaking of spreading the love, we like to comment on those that have offered up movies for the part 2 of the live action Disney podcast.
There are some that I won't be watching, some recommendations, but please keep recommending more.
Yeah, we're happy to
So
see
can
movies.
ignore them.
But the more suggestions you give, the more we can tailor our list to you, the listener. And so we want to do that.
Yeah.
But
So this is your reminder to go get your significant other something for Valentine's Day because the clock is ticking.
yes, it is.
Yeah.
Unless you're listening to this later, then
If you're
you missed it.
procrastinating like the day before Valentine's Day, you can still listen to the show.
Like
it's
every
fine.
single person.
But if it's
out there.
February 15th, you're in trouble.
You're toast.
Yep, you're toast.
But we, Kent and I, have gotten our lists ready. We had to pick our top 5 romantic movies. Now, this isn't like we're saying these are the best movies ever.
You're saying favorites,
These
right?
are our favorites. These are our top 5, but they're darn good.
You're saying that they're not the best ever?
I'm saying they are, but that's my opinion.
Okay.
There's probably an objective jury out there.
I think it's okay to say they are the best out there.
Yeah, because you're egotistical.
Well, if I'm right, then I'm right.
Yeah, we've been over this before. This is personal favorites, right? Not necessarily,
Well, we're not going to recommend terrible ones, although if we have a guilty pleasure in there, that's something different. Because there are a
bet
lot.
you do.
There are
You have a
lot
guilty pleasure, Kent?
I have
They're
quite
all
a
guilty
few.
pleasures, aren't they?
It's like a walk to remember. Stuff like that.
No, you don't like a walk to remember, do you?
You're right, I don't. I really don't. There's something in my eye.
That's terrible. But there are a lot of bad or mediocre to bad romantic comedies out there.
Mostly mediocre.
Yeah. Oh,
Like-
yeah.
Right. And I think that's generally the genre.
Like the Christmas movies, like horror movies, there's a lot of just churned out money grabs out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hitch is actually Kent's number 1, just to give a spoiler there.
You can't give away my number 1 like that. That's really not cool at all. I mean, that is
Anything
the role.
with Kevin James.
That's the thing. That was a cinematic breakout hit. So thank you, Hitch. You guys think I'm kidding too.
Well, we know that you, the listener, have a lot of favorite romantic comedies and romantic movies as well, and so we will encourage you at the end to share along, but play along with us as we go. And
Okay.
And Jacob also has a Jacob twist.
Yes, a quiz. So in between Joel and Kent giving you their 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 top movies, I'm going to have some really random quiz questions.
Really random.
Always random.
They're all going to start with
right.
death.
Death cannot stop.
It's the pause. It's when you pause after death that's all you hear.
Yeah, and shout out to Bethany, who's probably not even going to listen, but for helping me put this quiz together.
No, she said she'd listen to this episode because
yeah.
she helped.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's start off with the 5 from both of you, and then I'll go to the quiz.
All right, ladies first.
My number 5. I'm okay with being in touch with my feminine side because this is that kind of show.
It's true.
I wonder if we're going to have overlap.
We're going to have a little bit.
Probably.
But not to start with, because my number 5 is High Fidelity. High Fidelity came out in 2000, stars John Cusack. Mm-hmm. Granted, it's not going to be a movie that well...
Give a brief plot
that fairer
summary.
sex loves. So the plot summary is John Cusack plays Rob Gordon. He's a self-confessed music lover. He has a poor understanding of women. The movie starts out and he just got broken up with. He's really, really, really sad. He doesn't know what to do.
I said summary, not synopsis, right?
That's okay. We got time.
I always do this. I always do this.
You get very excited.
I get passionate. Anyways, so after getting dumped, he talks to the camera and he goes, let's talk about my top 5 girlfriends. This movie is about top 5s the entire time. So he talks to each of these women to find out what he's done wrong in the past so he doesn't do it in the future.
Actually talks to them, or is it in his mind?
He shows their backstory and then he goes to talk to them.
Okay.
Yes. Have you not seen this movie?
I've seen it.
Okay.
Wasn't that impressed.
Wow. I'm really not surprised.
It didn't. Well, and the thing is, you're a music lover, and
Yes.
more so than I am. I like music, but I'm much more mainstream than Kent is. And
Joel's a pop fan. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I'm much more
A little
mainstream
bit,
when it comes to music. But I can understand why this would appeal to you, but it didn't speak to me the way I think it spoke to you.
Right.
I didn't hate it.
For me, this came out of the
What did
perfect
it tell
time.
you, Ken?
This was one of your black hole movies, I think. It came out, 2000, so
Yeah.
I was just barely 19. And so I was still angry. I was still in the Fight Club phase.
I was in Covilhã in Portugal.
Right, exactly. So this one spoke to me because he's very cynical. It's based off the book by Nick Hornby, who I love as an author. Just dark comedy all the way
Did
through.
you say Nick Hornby or Nicholas Sparks?
The best Nick Hornby. And yeah,
Better than Nick Frost?
okay, the second best
There's a lot of
Nick.
good Nicks. What about better than Saint Nick?
Yeah, Saint Nick is like number 4 on the list.
Ouch!
I know. I don't know
what you're getting for Christmas.
But this is a great movie. This is the movie that basically made me run my life through top 5 lists, which is what we're doing today.
Yeah.
This is that movie that changed the way I think about how I
You
determine my
have 5
favorites.
girls you dated before your wife?
I have only. Oh, that's too much personal information. That is too much personal information. Moving on.
Thought I was going to get you there.
Right.
My number 5 romantic movie is Serendipity. First and foremost, Kate Beckinsale is in it, and she is absolutely adorable in this movie. Secondly, John Cusack.
Yes, he
so we
is.
have a connection there. For those of you who don't know this movie, the story is these two people meet kind of by chance while shopping. They decide they want to. The man wants to kind of pursue the relationship, but the girl says, "If fate wants us together, it'll get us together." And so she writes her phone number, a name and a phone number on a dollar bill, and then pays for something with it. And then he gets a book with the cover in it. Anyway, it's a whole. That was a great pitch. I'm trying to be more concise than Kent, but it's about these two people who were destined to find each other, and if they can find each other, and it pursues their relationship.
So why do you like this?
That was a terrible pitch. I'm sorry.
It's all good. I mean, yeah, you didn't really sell it.
No.
But neither did the movie, really. I think the leads are great, but the movie itself is really just kind of cliche.
Oh, it's
and
formulaic
tried.
to a T.
So how do we find Kate Beckinsale, I think is the question from this. Did it teach us how to do that? We're going to be able to get her?
Apparently
Did it introduce us to Kate Beckinsale? Like
Funny
besides Cold Comfort Farm.
Funny you should say that. So she was in some movies and TV before this.
Right.
But I actually found out that when they were filming this movie in New York, the following note was posted on the production trailer. Quote, "Yes, we are filming a movie. It's called Serendipity. It stars John Cusack and some girl from Britain that you wouldn't know even if we told you her name."
Are you kidding me?
No, we'll be shooting tonight until mid-morning. Please don't ask the crew any questions. Even if they don't look like they're working, they're thinking, end quote.
That's not really what it said.
That's what it said. And I just thought, wow, she's come a long way because she's a household name now. Like, people know Kate Beckinsale better than they know any of her movies.
Yeah, maybe better than John Cusack right now.
Yeah, John Cusack hasn't done a lot. But this movie, it really is formulaic, but it is one of my favorite romantic comedies because it hit all the right notes. And really, it kind of made me believe in love, that fate kind of magic that can happen. So I'm a big fan.
Wow. I mean, that's really adorable because this one is a straight-up romantic comedy I'd say for the fairer sex. I think this one is, targeted towards the fairer sex.
Well, and my wife
really clung on to it.
My wife, her celebrity crush, I don't know if it still is, but it used to be John Cusack.
Really?
And mine's Kate Beckinsale. And so watching this movie, it's eye candy for both of us.
So you're just wait. You and your wife are both watching this movie, lusting after other people.
I didn't say lusting.
Oh, that's what I got.
Appreciating.
I don't watch movies like
with
you do,
lustful
Kent.
eyes.
That's kind of what I read into it, though.
Yeah, it's just your
That's
own
some
perception
sort of
it.
like, never mind.
Well, what, Jake?
I better not say it.
Okay,
Let's move on.
All right, it's quiz time. Quiz time. I can't
Quiz
talk.
time.
Yeah. So we need buzzers. Buzzers, boys. What are the
You
buzzers?
complete me,
Nice.
Joel.
I'll have what she's having.
Yeah, yay! I'm clapping right now.
Oh, yeah, those are good buzzers.
Yay.
Those are good buzzers. Okay.
I was going to do all right, but I thought,
Right, this is better.
More iconic.
Way more accurate.
Okay. All right, first question.
And we buzz in with our buzzer. The
Yes.
first one to buzz in gets to answer the question.
And the questions, and you said you got Bethany's help, so we did actually get a female's help in this show, which is, I think, necessary. But,
Because men cannot appreciate romantic comedies.
No, it's impossible.
well, I barely can.
They're trolls, basically. We're like heartless apes.
Lusting after the screen, as Kent would say.
Yeah. Okay, first question. Ready your buzzers.
Ready.
Name 3 movies with Tom Hanks and
You
Meg
complete
Ryan.
me. Sleepless in Seattle. You've Got Mail and Joe versus Volcano.
That is correct.
Oh, good job.
Thank you.
The third
Yeah,
one.
the Joe versus Volcano is always the tough one.
Yeah. It's not really
There's
romantic
actually
comedy.
a 4th. Did you know that?
It's a newer one, right?
Yeah, came out last year.
Yeah. No one cares.
I don't know what that was.
Because Meg Ryan.
It's called Ithaca.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay,
Did you just say,
Ithaca. It's not a great romantic comedy name.
question 2. What do you call the contrived and unlikely meeting?
I'll have it. She's having.
That's incorrect.
That's my buzzer.
It's also incorrect. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead,
What?
Bill.
What?
That's called a meet cute.
Dang it.
That's correct.
You want to finish the question? Just so.
An unlikely meeting between potential love interest and a romantic comedy.
There you go.
Meet cute.
Meet cute.
Popularized by Roger Ebert.
Ew. I don't want him coining phrases for romantic comedies. The man hated him.
He did. Yeah, yeah. Okay, question 3. What 3 holidays are featured in Sleepless in Seattle?
I'll have what she's having.
Joel,
I'm going to say New Year's,
that's one of them.
obviously. Does New Year's Day and New Year's Eve count as separate holidays?
They do not.
Okay. Then I'm going to say Christmas and Valentine's Day.
That's correct.
Nice work.
Yes!
I had no idea, so I was going to back
Well,
off
I knew
on that one.
I knew that. I remember the New Year's stuff, and I remember they met on Valentine's Day because it's this cliche thing. It was the Christmas one. I'm like, does it go?
Does it
forward
only
or
take
back?
place between those, like, a couple months
I
there?
believe so. I
Okay.
believe it's December through February.
Question number 4. All right, gentlemen. How many couples actually find love in Love Actually?
You complete me? I'm
Yes.
going to guess here. Knee jerk. 2.
I'll have what she's having.
Yes.
There are 10 different stories in Love Actually, and so I'm going to say 6.
That's incorrect.
What is it?
4.
Okay.
4?
4 couples actually find love.
I didn't think it was that much.
I didn't think it was
Because
that
a lot
little.
of the stories are very tragic.
Yes, they are. They
Yeah.
are. But
I guess
no.
they are.
Yeah.
But I mean, are we? Well, never mind. We'll get into it.
We went through and counted. It was accurate.
All right.
Okay.
No one wins that one
Last question
for this round.
for this round and forever. What was the name of Tom
Dad.
Hanks' dog in You've Got Mail?
Oh,
It was actually a big part of the story, apparently.
right. You complete me.
Kent.
Buddy.
Incorrect. But
I'll have what she's having.
Joel.
AOL.
Yeah, no.
You've got mail.
sponsorship there.
You got the first and the last letter correct.
Oh,
Which is almost worth a point, honestly.
Brandy.
Brinkley.
Brinkley.
Why does that play a big role in Brinkley?
Bethany told me it did. I don't know. I haven't seen that in ages, and it's like her favorite movie. She wanted like 5 different questions from that movie in this quiz.
That's great. Yeah. That is awesome.
Okay, back to
Back to 4s.
fours.
Okay, so our number 4. I can go first this
Yeah,
time.
let's go for it.
My number 4 is actually not a comedy, though it has some humoristic elements. I went with Moulin Rouge, 2001.
What?
This movie made me.
Did you hate that movie?
No,
Isn't this one of your favorite movies of all time?
it is.
But it's only number 4 on this
I just
list.
remembered strong feelings about that movie.
I didn't see it when it was in the
assumed
theater.
It was a good opinion. So
I talked to a guy I worked with, and he actually warned me against ever seeing it and said, I wanted my 2 hours back after watching this movie. You will regret watching it. And so I didn't for a long time. I finally saw it, and it made me fall in love with film, and it made me fall in love with love, frankly.
and your wife probably.
This was the movie that made you fall in love with film?
Well, I mean, I loved movies before that, but this is one that made me want to study it. Like, I really wanted to dig apart and just,
Really?
like, really examine it. Like, it really was amazing to me. And it blew my mind, and I love this movie. I love this movie. This is the movie, this is the musical that should have won Best Picture, not Chicago. In fact, I believe that they were really making up to Moulin Rouge by giving Chicago the Oscar, because this was nominated, but it lost.
How tall is your soapbox right there? I'm just trying to check.
It's 5'10".
Okay. I told you this before. I've never actually seen Moulin Rouge, right?
Well, that's going in our movie watching thing that we're doing. What else are we watching? Cool Runnings?
Oh, our marathon?
Yeah.
No, I've tried to watch the beginning of Moulin Rouge about 3 times, and I get 20 minutes in and I have to stop because I get these headaches and I start getting nosebleeds.
Right.
And
Well-
I hear after that is where it calms down.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
The first 10, 15 minutes is insane in an
Right.
amazing way. But then
No,
it
I don't
calms
think
down.
amazing. I think
No,
like
it's
sporadic.
amazing.
Like I don't want to see John Leguizamo's face just like flash on the screen to give me
Great if
seizures.
you want to get
You
punched in the
racist?
face a lot.
It's that's a racist
Why'd you pick John Leguizamo out of
because
everyone on
his face is he as an actor he's not great to see.
Okay, and this movie,
Not to say that.
That was well worded. Very well said.
this movie lost to A Beautiful Mind, which won that year, and I think A Beautiful Mind is a beautiful
That's funny.
movie.
A Beautiful Mind is about craziness, and Moulin Rouge makes you crazy.
Moulin Rouge is fantastic, though. Like, it really, who knew that Ewan McGregor and Nicole Kidman could sing?
Right.
Like, really, it's a great soundtrack. And I think just the way they modernized a lot of these old songs, new songs into old territory.
Yeah, I hear you.
The whole way it's presented, I am enamored with this movie, and it devastated me at the end. Like, I remember just sitting through the credits in complete silence being like, whoa. And the music is wonderful at the end, too, the Bolero song at the end.
I've actually never finished it because, much like Kent's, I got about 5 or 10 minutes in and was like,
it's
this
okay.
hurts.
It's for more mature audiences. and
Mature
minds.
audiences?
Yes. The young minds.
No, honestly,
young
bright
immature
colors
minds like
and
yours.
lights.
when I was watching Spring Breakers, it reminded me of the first 20 minutes of Moulin Rouge, and there's a reason I
That's
haven't
an
finished
insult,
that.
Kent. That's
no, I know,
that's too
but
far.
You've gone too
no,
far now.
I'm sure the movie is better as I've been told, but I still haven't been able to revisit it.
What's that guy doing now?
Which guy?
You know, the director or whatever his name is.
Spring
Baz
Breakers?
Luhrmann?
No. Moulin Rouge guy.
Baz Luhrmann.
Yeah, Baz Luhrmann.
He's
yeah.
still making movies.
Yeah, it seems
He
it's
did
been a
Great
while.
Gatsby recently.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
Which was good.
That was like 2014 though.
Yeah.
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 So he's still making stuff. But
He made Australia.
this actually was the first.
I like the first.
He made The
I like both of
Continent?
those
Which story?
movies.
Right. Yeah, he did make The Continent.
But yeah, it's actually the first musical nominated for Best Picture in 10 years after Beauty and the Beast was Moulin Rouge. So not many good musicals are made these days, but this one surpasses them all. And it is very, very romantic.
Yeah.
All right, Kent, let's go to you.
My number 4 is not a rom-com. It is Before Sunrise, a very romantic movie. Joel right now is rolling his eyes, falling asleep, or turning into a zombie. I'm not sure.
Okay, I like because this is a
Hold on, let him pitch it first.
right. No, but I'm going to say this is the trilogy. Is it a trilogy?
This is the first movie of the trilogy.
There's not
and
four,
I had to
right?
choose one because I wanted to pick favorite.
Right, but there's only 3, right? Which is
Yeah, there's
Before
only 3.
Sunrise, Before Sunset, and Before Midnight.
Correct.
This is the first one that you chose.
So the first one came out in 1995. It's basically a young American guy, Ethan Hawke, meets a young French woman, Julie Delpy, on a train, and they stop in Vienna.
Is it Delphi or Delphi?
I never know. It's French. Who knows how they pronounce it?
He's French, no?
So they just spend an entire night walking around Vienna, and he's going back to America the next day. So all they do is talk, and it's so like comprehensive because they know they'll never see each other again. That they are just like basically revealing all their inner secrets and everything, just having a great conversation. Huh?
Nothing.
Jake? Yes.
You can't whisper into the microphone and expect it to be secret, Jacob.
I was mouthing it.
No one can hear this.
But the reason I love it is Jesse, the guy, he's a romantic disguised as a cynic. Like he has this like hard outer shell.
What
Whereas
about Jesse's girl?
Celine, Jesse's girl, she's a romantic, but she's actually quite cynical. And I just think this one is so great. I don't know if it's the dialogue or the love story that kind of gets me, but it really is kind of the same thing as you, where I'm like, wow, that movie, like in terms of film, that did so much by doing nothing at all.
And when Kent says nothing at all, he means nothing at all. Like this movie, it was. I appreciate it for the experiment in film it was, because it's just these people talking the whole time. Literally, that's it. They're waiting for a train, I think it is, or a plane.
No, they stopped on a train. Yeah, he's leaving the next day on a
He's
plane.
leaving the next day, so they just walk around the city. It's in Paris,
Vienna.
They walk around and just talk the whole movie, and there's some fascinating conversations, but I didn't find it particularly romantic. It was interesting, but I never like the chemistry was there, but I didn't feel like it was like a romantic movie.
See, for me, it's like if I was, in my 20s on a train trip through Europe, that would be my dream, is to find this French girl who would just like want to stop and just walk around a city with me and just talk.
Does your wife listen to this podcast?
When I was 20. Because that's the thing. It's all about, dreaming big, traveling abroad, and meeting someone from another country and just having the most fascinating conversation of your life that lasts an entire night. I love it.
How long? What's the running time?
The running time? It's about an hour 40.
I realized I didn't pitch Moulin Rouge at all. Like I didn't tell the story at all. Which basically,
I think people get it.
well, I mean, those that don't know, it's about a young writer who falls in love. He goes to a theater establishment where there are courtesans, and he falls in love with one of the women there, and it's that kind of, he loves her, but she
loves John Leguizamo.
That's racist. She loves the Duke. She doesn't love him.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Sorry to jump back to that, but I just realized, I didn't pitch that. That's what we're supposed to do, because you did a very good job pitching Before Sunrise.
Well,
Yeah.
It almost
So, yeah,
made me want to watch it again.
You should watch it again.
And I liked Before Sunrise. It was Before Sunset where I went, oh.
I don't think you like certain content things in Before Sunset, but all great movies. All very realistic and
Do they
genuine.
get busy? Is it not all talking, Kent?
I'm not going to talk about that. They're 20.
Family friendly, Jacob. Family friendly.
Is that what you were whispering before?
Yeah. So that's what I was
You can't whisper.
12?
You can't whisper on
I
a podcast. Hey guys,
I wasn't whispering. I was
tell the
mouthing.
listener
I was
about it.
mouthing.
No, you'll hear it on the podcast. You definitely were
I hope
audible.
so. Actually, I was like, "What about the sex?" That's what I was saying.
Family friendly. What has happened?
All right, here's the quiz. You guys ready?
Yeah,
Get
ready.
your buzzers ready. What is Hugh Grant's character's profession in Notting Hill?
I'll have what she's having.
Joel.
Isn't he a writer or an advertiser? Because that's what everyone in romantic comedies is.
You're kind of close, but wrong.
You complete me.
Kent.
He's a songwriter.
No, that's a different
That's,
movie.
I know. I just didn't know.
That's Pop Goes My Heart.
That's music and
lyrics. There we
lyrics.
go.
I actually remembered the answer to this one. I didn't remember the name of the store, but I remembered vaguely what it was. You guys want another guess?
He's
No.
a snorkel salesman. That's all I remember is
You
the
guys-
snorkel in the movie.
All right.
Horse and Hound magazine. I remember that.
What is it about romantic comedies that everyone either is a journalist or works in advertising?
Yeah.
Why? Every single romantic comedy.
Because it's a big
This
city
one's not.
thing.
Oh yeah,
it's-
and romance only I noticed that too. It only happens in the big cities like
right.
New York and LA.
And so people only do
Paris.
journalism in big cities.
apparently that's
He's
the
a
only
travel
job.
books store owner.
Okay, I
That's
remember.
right. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how he meets her. She comes in there.
Yep.
That's right.
Yep.
Whoopsie daisy.
That's what I mean.
that should have been my buzzer.
Yeah, it should have been.
Whoopsie daisy. That'd be a good one. Okay.
Can I change my buzzer?
Nope.
Your Honor, may I change my buzzer?
I get kind of confused, I think.
Okay. You got confused before when I said the line. You're like wrong.
Moving on.
Actually, I do want it. You can change it.
I can change it. It's whoopsie
Yeah.
daisy. now.
Approved. What is Julia Roberts' character's name in Pretty Woman?
Whoopsie daisy.
Joel.
Vivian.
That's correct.
Wow. I had no idea.
I had no idea what the last name was, but I remember Vivian.
I would have accepted either. So,
Does she have a last name?
Vivian Ward.
Oh,
I didn't remember that at all.
VW.
Actually.
Joel, you're killing me.
Bug.
Yeah.
By like 2.
3-1.
3-1.
Yep. Robert Downey Jr. and Marissa Tomei find love.
Who's complete me?
Joel.
Only you.
That's incorrect.
What?
I didn't finish the question. And Marissa Tomei find love in what European city in the movie Only You?
You complete me?
Kent.
Rome.
That's correct.
Was it Rome, really?
Technically, it
was.
wasn't. It wasn't just Rome. They travel around
Right.
quite a bit in that movie. I just watched that this summer again.
Really?
Yeah, we had a VHS up at the cabin, and we put it in. We're like, "Yay, only you!"
Any of the correct cities.
My wife had never seen it before.
Huh. I love it as VHS.
Damon Bradley.
Glad you're back on the board, Kent. What song does Heath Ledger's character
Whoopsie daisy.
Joel.
Can I sing it?
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. I love you, baby, and if it's quite all right, I need you, baby, to hold me tight, pretty baby. Trust in me. He does it on the bleachers as he's dancing around.
Yeah. I wish you'd get to the line that gets to the name of the song, though. But
I don't remember the name of the song, but I just sang it. That's got to come for something.
Kent, do you know?
I'm going to give
That's
it to
no
Joel.
fair
I would
because-
give it to Joel.
That's not fair. I was going to say because I
He
sang it.
sang for it.
He did sing for it. Can't take my mind off of you.
That's what it is.
And yeah, I'll give it to
You're
you.
just too good to be true. Actually, I hate that movie. That's one of the few movies I almost
What?
walked out of. I was in.
Are you kidding me?
I was in a Shakespeare play at the time. I was in Taming of the Shrew at the time this movie came out,
It offended his delicate sensibilities.
and I was bugged that they had what they were doing to Shakespeare's work.
I actually
really
like
got
10
mad
Things
at
I Hate About You. And Larissa Olnick, I think she is very cute.
She's a very cute young lady. And Heath Ledger was actually that was the only part I really liked in the movie was that. Everything else was
Yeah. Styles.
All right. Last question for this round.
all right.
Bridget Jones is based heavily on what classic piece of literature?
You complete me.
Kent.
Pride and Prejudice.
That's correct.
Really?
That's
Yeah.
super easy one, man.
Because there's a Mark Darcy. Colin Firth plays Mark Darcy in.
I never saw the first one.
That was seriously the gimme. That was a gimme question.
right.
Where you at on that, man? So disappointed in
Moulin
you.
Rouge is based on the Legend of Orpheus.
He's saying for a point, all right? Give him
did.
some
He
credit.
did. He did.
for a point.
Yeah. He's getting all these hard ones. Okay. All right. Back to number 3.
My
Guys.
number 3 movie is probably on Joel's list unless he was smart and realized that it's not quite a romantic comedy, but it's about time. Does this count? That's my question to you. Does it count?
It better count.
Okay.
Yeah, of course it's on Joel's.
I'm looking at Joel, and he's kind of hesitating. This movie only has a 70% on Rotten Tomatoes, I found out.
It's disgusting.
Isn't that crazy?
What's wrong with the rule? I actually saw that a lot of the critics were saying things like, no, they made these time rules. It's about it's a movie about a family wherein the males can travel through time. Mm-hmm. By very easily going into a closet and clenching their fists.
Loosely established rules.
And it's not about the time travel. That's why when I read these comments of the critics going, they made these rules about time travel and then they broke them here, here, and here. I'm like, shut up. Shut up, Kenny D.
Whoa, listen, I like this movie. It's my number 3.
But it's that type of personality.
Oh, you're just saying that kind of personality is the Kenny D personality?
A little cynical critic? Yes.
That's really rude.
He's actually taught his kids to say that, too. So they all sit at home. Anytime somebody says something mean, they just say, shut up, Kenny D. Like, that's just the expression in
I
the
taught
house.
my kids to say, I've seen better. Impress me. So, yeah, about time, like Joel said, it's slightly about time travel. And I will say that it does kind of stay in the romantic movie genre because at first he wants a girlfriend really, really bad. And Margot Robbie's in this movie, and it's a pretty amazing set of scenes. And then he wants something more, and that's where Rachel McAdams comes in. But that's only like half the movie. The other half is all about family, belonging. It's just
Ping pong.
Ping pong. It's an amazing movie, whether it breaks its rules or not.
Oh, man.
It's beautiful.
It's a beautiful movie. And honestly, I'll talk about this later, but it's a very moving movie.
Yeah. We'll swing back around, get a little bit more.
Right, and I almost felt like it didn't deserve to be on this list, but I had to.
Not deserve? How?
Because it's not just a love story; it's a life story. Like the romance it's a good chunk of it, but then it moves on, and it's all about relationships.
No, it totally fits.
Joel has more to say about this.
Yeah.
Okay, Joel, your number 3?
My number 3 is actually Love Actually.
All right.
So Richard Curtis once again.
I thought it was going to be your number 1. That's why I was waiting.
There's so many different types of love represented in this movie. It's about a bunch of different people finding love or losing love. And it's like young love with a kid having a crush. It's an older couple who's having marital difficulties. It's got a little bit of everything. There's actually, like I said, 10 different stories. Although my edited version actually cuts out 2 stories entirely.
Which other story besides the obvious one?
No, it gets rid of the Just Judy storyline,
the Martin
Freeman storyline,
yeah.
and then it also gets rid of Colin. Colin is completely gone.
Yeah, that story's kind of useless anyway.
It is, but I saw the TV version one time and I'm like, what the heck?
Which one's Colin?
He's the
guy that goes to
British
America?
guy who goes to America. He thinks girls will like his accent,
And they do.
and they do.
Because it's kind of a dumb part of the
Which
movie.
that's what I was going to say is I don't understand why it's only 4 because Colin finds love, Judy and Martin Freeman find love.
Does Colin find love?
Yes, he does.
He finds love.
He finds something.
define that.
I don't know if it's love.
The little kid finds love.
Kids don't know what love are.
Keira
love
Knightley
is.
and the guy they come to terms. The Portuguese one. That's
they don't
5
count.
right
no,
there.
No. Keira Knightley doesn't count.
They find love.
No.
She found her husband,
No.
the operative, and was very happy with him.
No, that one's not working.
She set up this
Bill
extramarital
Curtis?
thing on the side.
Yes.
Not
that's
Bill
what
Curtis.
happened.
Not Bill Curtis.
She found future divorce
What's
is
his
what
name?
she
Billy
found.
Mack. He finds a different
Billy
kind
Mack
of love.
did find love.
So this is already.
Billy
I'm already
Mack?
at 6.
No, you're not counting them right.
I am.
No, you're crazy.
Also,
Take it up with Bethany.
I will.
Do that. I want to see that conversation go down.
Hold on, I'm looking at this one.
Will you just tell me about your number 3?
Well,
What's it about, Joel?
that's what it is. This is Love Actually, and we're talking about it right now. And I'm looking at it, and I think the numbers are seriously wrong because really, it's basically just Harry and his wife, and Sarah and Carl and Michael. Those are the only ones that don't. So I'm going to call foul here on that answer.
Well, you can talk to the judge.
I will. But I think this movie is just it's wonderful, and it really does. It puts you in that kind of romantic holiday spirit mood. My wife and I actually watch this every Christmas Eve as we're waiting for Santa to come.
See,
every Christmas Eve.
I'm going to break my own rules here and say it's more of a Christmas movie than it is a romantic comedy.
I didn't pick apart About Time. What are you doing?
I'm not saying it's a bad choice.
It's because you can't. You love
Can
it.
you not be a romantic comedy? Be set in Christmas?
You can, but that's the only time I'll ever think about this movie is Christmas.
It's considered one of the top Christmas movies, actually.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, I put it in both lists. I think
As it
it's
should be.
fantastic. I like this movie a lot.
I like it too. It's actually one of my honorable mentions, which maybe we'll get to before we do
should
number 1.
Definitely talk about honorable mention because it was so hard to cut it down to just 5.
It really was.
And I feel bad. I feel bad about my list.
Let's be honest. There's one of our favorite movies of all time. I say our because I think we share this that doesn't quite fit, but it is a romantic comedy. You know what I'm talking about.
Maybe.
when we
Wedding
get there.
Singer, probably.
It's Wedding Singer.
I love Wedding Singer.
Yeah, Joel does like that one.
I was kidding
that's
right
one of
there,
my
but
I know.
I actually really do. That's my
Let
favorite.
the record show Kent loves Wedding Singer.
Make
Also,
note that
everything
is my
Adam Sandler.
favorite Adam Sandler movie is The Wedding Singer.
Yeah, agreed.
High five.
All right, back to the quiz.
Except for
to the
Mr. Deeds. Mr. Deeds is phenomenal.
I actually like
I
Mr.
was
Deeds, too.
kidding again.
He was definitely kidding.
I like that one though. I like nice Adam Sandler, and I don't like.
That was the worst one he could
Mean
think of right then. That's what that was.
No,
it's
it wasn't. Little Nicky.
Little Nicky, that's the
Yeah.
worst.
That is the worst. Worse than the
Jack and Jill?
No, worse than the grown-ups.
Oh, grown-ups. It's grown-ups.
I know you.
Is it wrong that like there are so many bad ones? I can't. The Cobbler. I mean, you know.
There's a lot of bad
Wait, have
ones.
you watched that now?
I watched like 10 minutes. I couldn't continue.
It's pretty dull.
If you didn't finish it, you could have an opinion.
No, if you didn't watch it, that's different. You have to try at least.
All right. We're referencing.
All right. All right, back to the quiz.
Oh, yeah.
Buzzers ready?
Yes.
What is the name of Peter's cat in While You Were Sleeping?
You complete me,
Kent.
Mitzi.
That's incorrect.
I can quote that movie by heart. So many scenes, and I can't
Oh,
remember.
stop it. You
No,
can quote.
While We Were Sleeping is a really, really fun movie. I was so mad I wasn't mad, but I was sad it didn't make my list. It's in my honorable mentions. That part with the paper boy falling over, that makes the movie awesome already. And the dinner conversation is wonderful. The cat, I don't remember. I can name almost every other character, but I can't name that cat.
Name every character.
Well, can I name I name the neighbor? That
No, you need to name the cat.
Name the cat.
I can't name the cat. It's not Joe, but
It's Fluffy.
Why is this a question?
that's barely a question. That's like name a cat name.
yeah.
Any cat name.
Name my first cat,
No,
Fluffy.
they say the cat's name 25 times in the movie, so I just made that up.
That's gratuitous.
I have no idea.
I think there is a part where she is like kind of trying to coax it out, and so she's saying the name a lot. But even then,
Say
All right,
Mitzi.
Next question.
Joe is the neighbor that I remembered.
What kind of food causes food poisoning in Bridesmaids?
What's Daisy?
Joel.
It's a Brazilian churrascaria. It's the meats.
Yeah, that's right.
Brazilian meats.
Nice work.
It's happening. It's happening.
Awful scene.
Oh man,
It's awful.
It's so terrible.
All right. Why doesn't Deborah Kerr keep her promise?
Whoopsie Daisy.
Joel.
Because she's hit by a car and paralyzed.
That's correct.
You're killing me. Can you finish the question?
Keep her promise to meet Cary Grant's character at the top of the Empire State Building in An Affair to Remember.
Full confession. I didn't see An Affair to Remember for quite some time, and it was actually because of Sleepless in Seattle that I knew that part. When they talk about it, and then she starts crying, and then they do the Dirty Dozen.
Yeah.
It's a great moment in cinema
All right. 2 more questions.
for this round.
What kind of cancer does Mandy Moore die of in A Walk to Remember?
Whoopsie
You
daisy.
complete me.
Joel.
Leukemia.
That's correct.
That's what I was going to say. That's all my favorite
leukemia
movie.
is like
Let's
a
all
guess.
cheer
I thought
for
you were gonna say it's your
leukemia.
favorite cancer.
I was going to say leukemia.
Why are we cheering for cancer?
That's my favorite cancer.
yes.
No, melanoma, guys. Come on, melanoma.
Okay, last
I'm
one.
real
for this
sad I
round.
missed that one.
You're real sad Mandy Moore died in that one.
I am, actually.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. It's Nicholas Sparks. We all know someone's going to die.
Is that Nicholas Sparks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of his first.
Does he always write those types of movies?
Yes.
Have you not seen more than 3?
I've seen like a couple of them, and I didn't know that.
No,
was
someone always
extended.
dies. It doesn't need to be the lead, but some
Did
extra
he write
character.
Me, Earl, and the Dying Girl?
No.
Oh.
I mean, come on. He wouldn't be that obvious. It just has to have a title like me.
I'm really
Yeah,
surprised
anyways.
you didn't know that. Yeah, that's like his thing. It's like this ridiculous.
I just knew it
It's
was one of
his
those
trope.
sappy,
Trope
sad
every
people
time,
die
yeah.
movies.
It's like forced drama every time.
Okay, last question this round. What are the 3 most famous lines from Jerry Maguire?
Whoopsie Daisy.
Joel.
Show me the money.
That's right.
You complete me.
That's correct.
It's mine.
You had me at hello.
That's correct.
Not how much does a human brain weigh or human head weigh?
brain weighs up to 8 pounds. No, Jerry Maguire, I think I've seen maybe once, but the Secret Garden song, where they played the lines throughout the song, it was all on the radio all the time in the 90s. I have that song.
The Secret Garden song?
You've got a secret garden.
Oh,
Springsteen?
right, yep.
Where everything
I was thinking Savage
you
Garden for a little
want.
bit. Chicken cherry
I'll be
cola.
your dream, I'll be your wish, I'll be your fantasy. I'll be your
Oh,
hope,
keep going.
I'll
You're
be
helping your cause.
love for everything that you need.
Oh my.
Truly, madly, deeply.
All right, let's go. What are we at? Number 2?
We're at number 2.
And whose turn is
I'll
it?
go first because mine's not going to be surprised. It's about time. Like I said, this story, it really is about a father-son relationship at the core, but the romance is such a large part of it, and you really truly believe that these people are in love and the relationship feels realistic. But it makes you appreciate every single day. Like it really does at the end make you go, you know what? It's wonderful to be where you are. Appreciate your life. Appreciate who you're with. Appreciate your children. Appreciate your wife, your family. It's just amazingly uplifting.
Do you cry in this movie?
Yes.
He actually just cried right now.
I'm weeping openly right now. I'm trying to think.
I almost cried during this movie.
I cried during Moulin Rouge.
That's impressive.
And I cried during About Time. But those are only two.
Kent almost crying is worth like 10 Joel cries.
Yeah. Seriously. No, that's true. And it also features Margot Robbie, which is
Margot Robbie again.
Margot Baconsale.
By the way,
I was going to say that, yeah.
I found out that Richard Curtis has actually said this is likely to be his last film as director. About Time.
What?
He said he'll still be in the film industry, but he said this might be his last film as director.
Oh, come on.
That's what he said.
He's only done about 4 movies, I think, altogether, and they're all really good.
Well, I didn't like
4 Weddings and a Funeral?
Yeah, not a big fan of that one.
Are you serious? Mm-hmm. That movie kind of set the pace for a lot of what we see now.
I totally agree. But just because Bottle Rocket was really good doesn't mean I like that one. Wes Anderson.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
You're making an allusion to Wes Anderson.
Yeah, it's like the first movie is fine, and like
I don't like Wes Anderson anyways, but I would say Richard Curtis
or
for the Coen
brothers. So like the starting movie isn't always the best, but I'm glad for the foundation it laid because it made all these other movies.
I really like 4 Weddings and a Funeral. I think
it's fine.
Did a ton of good things.
I don't think it's aged very well at all.
All right,
Kent.
All right, my number 2 is a movie that Joel does not like. It came out in 2009, and it is 500 Days of Summer.
Oh yeah.
I honestly have no idea why you would just say, "Oh yeah."
It's okay.
I tried really hard to get a quiz question for.
Give us a pitch.
All right, so it tells a story in a non-linear narrative, and so it's about Tom knowing Summer in the 500 days that he knows her. Basically, it is a story about the life and death of a relationship. So he meets her, gets excited, they have a honeymoon period, they break up probably in the middle of the 500 days, and then it's him dealing with the breakup. No, that's the movie. I mean, the thing that it does in the beginning, it says, this is not a love story.
The opening is great, actually, with the text that comes up.
Right.
Is like, this is in no way referenced to any particular person, especially you. Then he says her name.
Yes.
Then he says you bad word.
Yes.
And family friendly. And I was
now
like,
family friendly?
That's a great opening, yeah.
Now, I watched this movie last night, and I was just going to watch the first 30 minutes just for the opening, and I wanted to see him walking out of the apartment, basically dancing.
That's
looking in the mirror to Han Solo.
I really should clarify.
But I watched the whole movie. I just couldn't stop because
that's the one you watched last night?
Yeah.
Nice.
I think it is that fantastic.
I'm reading my review of it when I wrote it, and I have to say, I should clarify, I don't hate this movie, but it wasn't one of my favorites. Like, I think it got talked up too much, so when I saw it, I'm like, yeah, it's good, but it wasn't like, pow. Like, I think the preparation kind of killed the movie for me because I was expecting a lot more.
Okay.
It actually made me feel terrible. Like, when it was over, like, I was impressed by its ability to make me feel bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. I mean,
it ends on kind of a downer.
Yeah.
Well, I would say it ends on, the up part. I don't want to say what happens the last day, but I think it's very good. But yes, the movie is a downer because we get to jump in at the best parts of this relationship, whether the relationship's over or not. We don't have to be there for like the drudgery. You just see the most impactful moments.
And I think one of the reasons it left a sour taste in my mouth is because how awful Summer was as a character.
No, but the case could be made that Summer is not a bad character. I think
it's from his perspective.
It's from his perspective,
which is fair.
She always told him that they were not going to be all that exclusive.
Yeah,
basically.
Yeah, and to its credit, it made me feel something. And so I plan to revisit this one day.
I truly recommend it. I think this is one of the best.
Is that going on a marathon?
Yeah, I guess it is now.
Gotta remember that second one.
This has some of the greatest film scenes I've ever seen, whether it's the expectations and reality, whether it's dancing out of the apartment, the IKEA scenes where they show the
product placement scenes?
Right. Well, yes, but they show like the good times in a relationship and they show the bad times in the relationship.
Who's the director on this one?
It is Mark Webb.
Mark Webb, and then he ended up doing something else, right?
Spider-Man, Amazing
Spider-Man. That's what.
Which is too bad.
Webb.
Which is you had to go there. But this is absolutely one of my favorite movies. I love this movie. Yes.
Huh. But I'll give it another chance.
You really should.
I will.
Cool.
I will.
All right. Quiz. Time for Joel to get some points.
Let's give Joel some more points. Should we just give Joel the next 5? Is that
Maybe
cool?
you should give me a chance first, and then
because the thing is, I'm
Joel
barely
has to be on 1 second delay.
Ken has creamed me on so many quizzes, and I'm just hanging onto this lead tooth and nail.
I forgot what my buzzer was. Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah. All right. In what city did Harry and Sally both attend college?
Oh,
whoopsie daisy.
Joel,
wasn't it NYU?
Incorrect.
You complete me.
Kent,
Boston.
Also incorrect. I'll give you guys another chance.
Whoopsie daisy.
If you don't know,
Iowa State.
what is that? You're just making up the most
I
random.
know they have
thing
to
you think of.
drive somewhere, but I can't
You
remember.
complete me?
Yeah, I can't.
Chicago.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yay.
good job.
Was that a wild guess?
Yeah, wild guess.
He's like big city, big city.
You're like
Chicago.
Chicago.
I know of
not
5
New
big
York, so
cities.
probably Chicago.
Right.
What does Samantha give Ted as a thank you for talking to her about her love troubles at the dance in 16 Candles?
You complete me.
I haven't seen 16
Kent.
Candles.
Panties.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Family friendly.
I like the word panties.
It's just really Forrest Gump. What was that?
You haven't seen 16 Candles?
I know. I saw Pretty in Pink, and I plan on watching 16 Candles. I just haven't gotten around to it. I need to.
It's pretty real feeling, actually.
Yes.
It's a good movie, yeah.
I mean, I know a lot about it, but not that. Apparently.
You didn't know that?
Well, I know there's a whole thing with like holding him up and all that, but I
Right.
really don't remember. I don't know much else. I know there's Ducky and things like that.
It's just a perverted boy, basically. That's all he wants, and he's not actually even malicious. It's kind of weird.
It sounds a little malicious now, though. Like
See,
years
also
later.
movies that could never be made now.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah,
that's one of those PG movies that's not really PG.
that's
Not at all.
exactly what that one is. Yes, I know because I watched it when I was 14, and I was like, "Oh my!"
And yeah, and I had sisters, so I was watching it, and I was like, should I be?
Yeah,
I don't understand
there
this, but
is-
should I be watching this?
There is some nudity in it.
Nudity?
Yes,
That sounds awesome.
that's how I edit nudity.
Family friendly, Joel. Titanic is how many minutes long?
Whoopsie daisy.
Joel,
180 minutes.
that's
You complete me.
incorrect.
181. Bob.
That is closer.
I win!
Joel,
190 minutes.
okay.
You complete me. 191.
It's over 3 hours long. It was on 2 VHS tapes.
I don't know if I should stop now.
I got closer.
Yeah, Kent is technically closer right now.
Whoopsie daisy. 186 minutes.
Incorrect.
You complete me. Near, far, wherever
Whoopsie
you
daisy.
are.
I'll never let go. I'll never let go, Jack.
I sang for it.
Rose. Rose.
Whoa, is he like Mickey Rooney?
That's basically how I see Jack.
Rose.
Rose.
the answer is
Mickey Rooney?
210.
What?
Whoa.
It would have taken us a while to get there.
Yeah, you guys. It was taking a little too long. Honestly,
is long.
No points for you guys.
Oh, I sang for it.
You guys both sang. Yeah. What kind of shoes does Jonathan Switcher wear throughout Mannequin?
You complete me.
Kent.
Airwalks.
Incorrect. Think more
Whoopsie daisy.
broadly.
Flip flops.
You complete
It was
me?
a thing. Yeah. Go.
Penny loafers.
Incorrect.
Whoopsie daisy. High heels. This is a very weird movie.
You complete me.
What's
What's
What
the
kind of
answer?
shoes?
Bowling shoes.
That's a thing.
Can we have a redo on the questions?
Can I can I sing the song? Let them say we're crazy.
Hollywood.
What do they know?
You know what's weird? I think this will be too telling, but I had a really big crush.
Oh man, me too.
Right?
On the mannequin.
Right.
Yes.
But did you feel wrong about it?
Yes, because she was an inanimate object.
It's Kim Cattrall. It's
Yes.
the mannequin. And I always felt like, oh, that's weird. Does that mean I like mannequins when I go to stores with my mom? Will they become real and love me?
I thought so.
And I'm 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although your crush on Hollywood is what weirds me out. Hollywood.
He's an icon.
Last one.
Yes.
This round.
Did we get any right this round?
No.
Yeah, you did. You got the first two. You just didn't get the last two. Which actors from Kenneth Branagh's Much Ado About Nothing went on to star in Harry Potter
Whoopsie
movies?
daisy.
Joel,
That would be Kenneth Branagh and Emma Thompson.
there's one more too, but it's who can name the most gets the point. So unless Kent can give you that one.
Kate Beckinsale's also in it, but she's not in Harry Potter. I still got the majority. Even if you guessed it that one, I still get majority.
Yeah, that's true.
And Keanu Reeves.
No.
And Denzel Washington.
Kate Beckinsale.
And
Imelda Staunton.
Oh, of course.
right.
Imelda
Imelda
Staunton.
Dolores Umbridge.
Is she?
Yeah, she's Dolores Umbridge.
Oh, Umbridge.
Yeah.
I hate Umbridge worse than I hate Voldemort.
Right? She's
Okay, that's
way
it
worse.
for that round.
Okay,
So
so we're on to our number ones.
Number one.
Should
and
we
one more
give
quiz.
honorable mentions real quick? Just
yeah.
breeze through them.
Well,
Oh, no. Do it after number one.
because if we give away the honorable mentions, that'll mean they're not on our list. Which, well, I guess we're not narrowing it down too
I
much.
just want to get them out of the way
Okay,
real
go
quick.
for it. What's your honorable mentions, Ken?
Silver Linings Playbook. Shaun of the Dead is the one that I thought you would probably put on the list because it's a rom-zom-com. And
I thought you were talking about Silver Linings Playbook.
okay, is that one? Okay, we
I
can
like
talk
that one.
about that. Okay, Warm Bodies, another rom-zom-com. I really like this one.
Rom-zom-com.
Love Actually is on my
Warm
list.
Bodies gets an honorable mention.
Yeah.
Wow.
Notting Hill, About a Boy, and Princess Bride.
Oh, About a Boy. I forgot about
Right.
a Boy.
I love About a Boy.
I thought about Princess Bride, but I do not consider that a romantic comedy. It's
Like 80s fantasy.
Yeah, it's comedy fantasy. I didn't think it romantic.
I'd agree with that.
My honorable mentions: Return to Me with David Duchovny and Minnie Driver, where he gets his wife's heart to a transplant. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. I love that movie. Say Anything. Say Anything is one of those classic ones that I'd love to watch over and over again.
In your eyes,
The light, the heat,
your eyes,
I am complete.
your eyes.
I see the purpose of a thousand doorways.
By the way, my arms are above
He's
my
holding
head.
a stereo above his head.
Right.
That's a great one, though. And that pained me not to include that on this list. Sleepless in Seattle, Silver Linings Playbook, The Wedding Singer, While You Were Sleeping, and Big Fish, actually.
Oh, Big Fish. I would not consider that a romantic movie.
If About Time is, then Big Fish is.
Yeah, it's more of a father and son story.
But it's about him finding his wife and falling in love. It's all about love. That's how the conversation starts with Mal. What's her name? Mal from Inception. Help me.
Oh, yeah, Marianne Cotillard.
Yeah, Marianne Cotillard. That's how the conversation starts. As she starts talking about love and amour.
I'll give it to you.
But that's an honorable mention. So
Quiz or number one?
I'd say quiz, and then we'll end with number ones.
Okay, quiz.
plot twist.
We're so good at quizzes lately.
Yes.
Yeah. What decade is the original romance from The Notebook set in?
You complete me?
Kent.
60s.
That's incorrect.
Whoopsie daisy.
Joel.
50s.
Also incorrect.
You complete me. 40s.
No one gets that point.
Is it 40s?
How old are these people?
They're old.
They're James Garner's age.
Okay. What Smith's lyric is sung in the elevator during 500 Days of Summer?
You complete me.
Kent.
Oh my gosh, I watched this last night, and she sings it with him in the elevator. It's like to die in your eyes or something. It was just
Whoopsie
like
daisy. Meat is murder. It's my favorite Smith song.
but it's yeah. I know the song. I just can't because he always
If he could
mumbles
sing
the
it,
lyrics.
The lyrics. No, all you need is the lyrics.
I don't know.
To die by your side.
To die by your side. I was like to die in your eyes. To die by your
Is
side.
such a heavenly
That
way
was so
to
close.
die.
To getting
Really
points.
close.
That was really
You
close.
were very close. You
And
were
I
very close.
hummed.
You did hum.
Point.
But I don't think it's
Remember
a
that
point.
time when I was really generous?
But
to
I
you?
sang the lyrics actually. I didn't
And I
just
said
go
to die.
death.
No, you don't get a point.
Oh, come on.
All you got was to die. That's the first of like 12 lyrics.
So that's like all the Smith songs,
To
really.
live no more.
All right. Let's see how this one goes.
Yeah, we'll see how
What
they all
two
go.
lines from The Godfather are featured in You've Got Mail?
Whoopsie daisy.
Joel.
You broke my heart, Fredo. And take the cannoli.
Take the you completely take the cannoli was there.
Is it?
And Mick and Malfoy can't refuse.
Neither of those.
None of the ones we
Nah.
talked about.
Leave the gun, take the cannoli.
Yeah, that's not in You've Got Mail.
What?
Why,
Yeah, it is.
Why would it be in there?
No, he says it because it's Tom Hanks' shtick or whatever it is. Okay, what's the answer?
Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Wednesday, and Go to the Mattresses.
Wait, the days of the week are a quote from Godfather?
You'd say them out of order. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday.
But why?
Wednesday.
I don't remember the Godfather reference there.
I didn't come up with this question, and I don't
now
know.
he's distancing himself.
I'm not distancing
No.
myself. I'm saying I don't have background information on this one. I should, but I don't.
All right.
Okay.
Is this
Next
the last
question.
one?
Two more.
Okay.
Please fill in the blank. If music be the blank of love, play on.
Whoopsie daisy.
Joel.
Spice?
Incorrect.
You complete me?
Baby Spice?
Beat.
Guys, this is Shakespeare.
I know. That's why I'm bugged. I can't remember it.
I was like, this one's too easy.
Music be the...
Blank of love.
Is it soundtrack?
No.
No.
William Shakespeare?
Shakespeare said soundtrack?
I don't know.
Heart?
The wine of
No,
love?
it's iPad. He said iPad.
Yeah. Yay.
We're going to keep going until you guys get this one. This is from
okay.
12 Nights.
The rhythm?
No.
The rhythm of the night?
I looked it up. I can't answer.
Oh, you looked it up?
Because we've already gone through the run so many times, so we weren't going to get it.
Okay, I guess I give up then. Can't you give up?
Google Glass.
Food. Food is the answer. If
that's
music
dumb.
be the food of love, play on. It's not dumb. It's super obvious.
Stupid.
Disappointed in you both.
Wait. If
I'm-
music be the food of love, play on. It's not like eat up.
Kent is changing Shakespeare. If music be the food of love, then eat up, everybody.
Feel your tummy.
I'm taking a point away from both of you for missing that.
That was a stupid Shakespeare quote.
It's a romantic comedy.
There's much better. There's nothing from Taming of the Shrew. That's a great romantic comedy
Well,
from
yeah,
Shakespeare.
it is actually a really great one. Also, you played in that
Shakespeare.
one, so that'd be easy.
I know.
Does Meg Ryan's character use a Mac or PC for her desktop
completely-
computer?
Mac.
That was Kent. And the answer is Mac.
Like, yeah, he got
It would only be a question if it was a Mac, right?
It's only because Kent loves Macs.
Did I catch up?
That's funny.
That's really mean.
What's the final score?
Kent is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Joel is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yes!
Not as bad. Yeah.
Congratulations.
That wasn't a
How many,
blowout.
thank you. How many did we not get at all?
Oh, yeah.
That's I'm kind of
1,
intrigued.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
10 out of 25 questions, neither one of us got it right.
Yeah.
You at home probably did, though.
Bethany wins.
Definitely wins.
Yeah, Bethany
Yeah,
wins
'cause she
that
would. She
round.
got 10. Yeah. Okay, so we should go to our number one.
All
Number
right.
ones.
My number one, Joel's actually already mentioned it. It's Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Excellent choice.
This movie is in my top 10 movies of all time list.
Beautiful, beautiful film. You want to give a synopsis?
I definitely
or
do.
a summary?
Jim Carrey's best role to date. He plays Joel Barish.
Better than Ace Ventura?
I'm drinking, Joel.
Don't make me upset. So he plays a shy man. He's drawn to free spirit Clementine, played by Kate Winslet. And they can't deny their magnetism.
She's a Clementine?
Yeah.
That's
They actually
she's
talk
Clementine.
about that.
Oh, yeah?
But they can't deny their chemistry that they have going, and they meet up, they talk, they're having fun, and then they realize they've actually been in a relationship before.
Yep.
And have you not seen this movie?
I haven't,
Jacob,
actually.
It's
Oh,
beautiful.
my word.
It's beautiful.
I don't want to talk it up too much, but I feel like I already have by making it number one.
It's about a service that actually erases your memories, and so you can go in there and erase relationships from your memory. And that's what the service provides.
And their
So
relationship.
basically, like, people get screwed over and over again.
That's what's one of the dangers. But
this is
Well, they erase people's memories and they send cards to all the people you list that says they've erased this person from their memory or this pet from their memory. Please no longer refer to them around them because they don't remember them. So they'll actually go in and physically delete stuff in your brain.
And it's really just so creative. It's directed by Michelle
If we ever
Gondry.
break up, I'm doing that with you guys.
Are we dating?
You can erase your
If
memory
Big
of us.
Gazelle ever breaks up, I don't even want to remember you.
Oh, well, I love that moment when she says, "Meet me in Montauk," and he goes, "Alrighty then."
Smoking. Shut up, Joel. But it's great because it's science fiction, it's psychological thriller,
Yeah.
it's a love story, and honestly, even though their relationship was like doomed and it's hot and cold, even when they realize the truth, it's kind of asked this question of even though you know how a relationship could go, which ends poorly, would you still try for it anyways, just for the experience?
That's like my end quote. That's what my
good.
end quote's
Good.
about.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, and if I may pitch a little more of Kent's number one, because I think it's a fabulous film. It's visually amazing. Like a lot of the visual effects are done like in camera, and so it's like weird. Like it's surreal the way they portray it. Like they're walking down a street, and then the camera flips, and they're walking the same way on a different street. Like it's bizarre.
or like Jim Carrey is Jim Carrey, but witnessing his past, basically, when he was a child, having a bathtub in the sink.
Yes.
And it's a giant Jim Carrey in a giant sink.
Yeah.
And you have to see it to believe it.
Because
It works.
it all takes place in his mind as it's getting erased. Oh, not all of it, but a lot of the movie takes place in his mind, and that's what makes it kind of
This is weird.
fabulous.
No, you need to watch this.
It's really good.
Absolutely essential.
Yeah.
All right, Joel?
Kent has actually already named my number one. It's Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah. Oh, you're playing all coy about this one.
Shaun
Number
of the
one,
Dead,
romance?
The tagline is a romantic comedy with zombies, and it has almost all of the check marks of a romantic comedy. It has the breakup where the man is trying to get the woman back. It has the quirky best friend that they all vent to.
But is he nice to her at the end of the movie?
Yeah,
I mean, like, after the movie, do you think he's changed? Is he better?
yeah. No, I think he has, or at least they've kind of found a common
and they
ground.
kind of have a permanent roommate, but that's
Yeah,
another
They do.
story.
But also, it has the older parent, the older couple, who's a little bit, the way they talk is kind of funny, and that's the comedic relief. It really it has a chase scene. It really is kind of this romantic comedy disguised as a zombie movie, which makes it accessible for both men and women. For those of you who don't know what the story's about, Shaun of the Dead is about a zombie apocalypse in England. And it's the whole English properness and dealing with a zombie apocalypse. And it is one of my favorite movies of all time. And like that's why my blog is called Slice of Fried Gold and things
Right.
like that. But it's also it works for men, it works for women. It's hilarious. This is a movie I will watch any given day of the week.
The reason this qualifies definitely is because Sean has never wanted to introduce his girlfriend to his mother.
Yep.
But in this movie, it is the worst possible circumstances, and he's going to have to do it now.
Yes.
And that's what this movie is kind of built on.
Even after, I mean, they break up fairly early on in the movie, and so then like his mom is like, "You going to bring her over?" And he's like, "Oh," doesn't know how to say it. It really is a romantic comedy, and it's a gateway horror movie too. Is like people will watch this one who don't like horror movies. They're like, "That was a lot of fun," and it's because it is. It's a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. Love it.
There you go.
Cool.
So many good movies here. I really just want to go watch all these now.
I think we love this genre. I think we love like Made in Manhattan.
But we're not.
And
I actually like not Made in Manhattan, but The Wedding Planner. I don't hate.
Really?
Yeah, with
McConaughey
and J-Lo. I really don't hate that one, but it didn't make my honorable mention because it is one of those more run of the mill types. And truthfully,
way run of the mill.
It is very run of the mill. Look, well, you know what I found in my research that the most cliched or the romantic comedy that hit all of the romantic comedy cliches was actually How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, where it had almost everything, where it was like the quirky best friend, the chase at the end, the mistaken identity, and the discovery of truth. Like, it really hit all those.
Do you think that movie knew they were doing those tropes?
Oh, I'm sure they did. That was part of the formula.
But do you think it was smart? Because they still do the whole, I lied to you, let's, chase each other at the end and fall in love for real. I mean, I think there is intelligence to it, but...
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think
it's one of the most guilty.
If the formula works, keep using it, and they used it to a T. I don't hate that one either.
And what happened to Hitch?
Oh yeah, my number one is Hitch.
Oh, Hitch, the movie where the female protagonist really does mess up everything, and yet it's still the male protagonist who has to apologize at the end because he snapped at her.
I'm going to back away from this one.
I think you should.
No, I remember like that wasn't until I was like, wait, she didn't apologize. She should have apologized too.
I had a relative tell me, in all seriousness, that it was the best movie they'd ever seen.
Really?
Before I saw it, I was like, you got to be crazy. Like, it was before I saw it, so I didn't know for sure. You know? I don't know. Like, okay.
No, Hitch was fine, but I just remember I was bugged at the ending because I was like, they're trying to shoehorn the traditional rom-com ending in this movie that wasn't initially a traditional rom-com.
Yeah, right.
And that kind of bothered me.
No, that makes it pretty awkward.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there you go.
There it is.
There are our top 5 romantic movies. We hope that you enjoyed that list, and we hope that you are able... If you haven't seen some of these movies, we really do recommend them. Maybe on VidAngel or ClearPlay, depending on what you want.
Right.
But we'd like to hear your comments as well at baconsale.com or on our Facebook page. Please, follow us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. We'd love to get more followers, and we do a lot of interaction with people on social media. And so we want to make sure that you get your comments there. You can find me at QuickWits. They perform every Saturday night, 10 o'clock at the Midville Performing Arts Center at qwcomedy.com. You can also find me on Twitter at 786Joel.
You can find me at Twitter and Instagram at Kenny3DD. I do face reviews again. I haven't done it for a while. There's a new one up for Deadpool, so go check it out. Also, go to ShowtimeShowdown.com for all my new movie reviews.
Awesome. And you can find me, Jacob, at Jacob A. Rogers on Twitter. You've been listening to Baconsale, and I want to leave you with this.
Death.
Winning that ticket, Rose, was the best thing that ever happened to me. It brought me to you. You must do me this honor, Rose. Promise me you'll survive, that you won't give up, no matter what happens, no matter how hopeless. Promise me now, Rose, and never let go of that promise.
How did that have to do with Baconsale?
This has been Baconsale.
We love to spread the love. You're in trouble.
You're toast.
Yep, you're toast.
It's eye candy for both of us.
We're like heartless apes.
I never thought that I could be so satisfied. Every time that I look in your angel eyes, a shock inside me that words just can't describe. And there's no explaining that.
No one can hear this.
I can't deny every word from your lips.
Where you at on that, man?
Oh, you're saying that kind of personality is the Kenny D personality?
A little cynical critic? Yes.
That's really rude.
He's like,
I said I wasn't gonna lose my head, but then pop goes my heart, goes my heart.
Why are we cheering for cancer?
that's my favorite cancer.
Yes.
You know the human brain weighs up to 8 pounds?
I can't lose this.
I'm weeping openly right now.
Precious moments we have so few. Let's go far.
Kent almost crying is worth like 10 Joel cries.
Yeah.
You've shown to me that my days
I like the word panties.
and there's no explaining.
Nudity?
Yes.
That sounds awesome. But did you feel wrong about it?
Yes, because she was an inanimate object.
Does that mean I like mannequins when I go to stores with my mom? In your eyes,
The light, the heat,
your eyes,
I am complete.
your eyes.
I see the purpose. If music be the food of love, then eat up, everybody.
Did I catch up?
Yeah, that's funny.
Shut up, Kenny D.